Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel once again. Today we're going to be breaking down the trailer for episode 5 of Superman Lois, and along with that too, we also actually got a mid-season trailer for the rest of the season, and it's got a little bit more extra footage, a few more frames that we're going to talk about, and let's just jump right into it. The trailer for the next episode, episode 5, starts out with this skyline view of Metropolis, and we can clearly see the Luthor Tower, Lex Luthor's headquarters, his business, everything. This is where everything is kind of taking place for this part of the episode anyways, because we get this next frame with Lex and his little sidekick, assistant, whoever, I can't remember her name, but just talking about how the news has broken, that Superman is alive, and he has to go back to Smallville to deal with it. So we're going to have probably a Superman Lex Luthor head-to-head fight this next episode because of, the next frames I'm going to go into, but we get this quick shot of the Superman Lives from the Daily Planet. So Lois has released the article and he has seen it. So I'm wondering how they're going to, address this to the public. What's the article going to entail after announcing to the world that Superman was killed? How are they going to come back from that? So it should be interesting to see what they come up with. But this next frame, we get a shot of the Fortress of Solitude, and not really much going on there. But this next frame, we have Lois and Clark just talking about how they can't stay in hiding. The world knows that he's alive, so therefore Lex knows, and they know that they can't just stay in hiding, that Clark can't back down from what Luthor might pose as his next threat, and everything that they're going to do to defend themselves, defend their family, defend their boys, and just defend probably Smallville itself, because Lex has shown no mercy as far as what he's willing to do to take out Superman. I think he would probably sacrifice an entire town to get at Superman. Next frame, we have this shot of Luthor. Looks like this is probably back in Smallville. He's probably back at that building. Maybe this is where he's seeing Clark for the first time after he's been back, and they're going to confront each other, because we know that they are going to come to a head. It's going to happen, and we're going to have some fights. This next frame, this is Clark back in the fortress with the hologram and artificial intelligence or what have you of his mother, Laura, telling him that he can't give up hope, and I'm wondering what she means by that. I mean, she could mean so many things. You're just not sure. And so I wonder, maybe he's gone to her with his doubts about, will he be 100% ever again? Will he be who he was? Because he did express these to Kyle in the last episode, and I think he expressed them to Lois too, just with the scar on his chest not healing up, him not being able to keep up with his sons, and just not being able to push himself like he used to. I'm thinking that, like I mentioned in my review for the last episode, I think that's how they're going to end his story in this retelling of Superman, that he's going to have to step down, part of him being that he has a human heart, that he might take on some human attributes, that he might not be as limitless as he was. He might age a little bit differently too. There's a whole lot of factors I think that are going to come into play. Then we get this frame from the end of the trailer saying how, we have to take we have to take the boys, we have to go into hiding. We can't have you guys here. He's going to send Doomsday after me again, and so we can't be here. And so I'm just wondering, what will Lois's reaction be? Because she's very headstrong, she's very stubborn. She's going to tell him that, we're not going to back down or anything like that, but it's just hard to tell because, she just lost her husband, she just got him back, and you'd like to think that she won't be that stubborn again, but it's just hard to tell with her. It's just one of her characteristics. Then we get a shot of Lex here. Looks like it's in his little apartment that he purchased across the street from the Smallville Gazette, and just being able to keep an eye on Lois, so I'm wondering what he's doing back here. Then we get a shot of Doomsday once again. I'm really interested to see, how they're going to defeat him, how it's going to go down. Is it going to be Clark by himself? Is he going to muster the strength to take him out, or is it going to be him and the boys? I really hope it's him and the boys, honestly, to see them tag team up and to take out this monster and do what they got to do to defeat him. And then here we jump into, this is some of the trailer snips that I got for the mid-season trailer. It has a few more bits of footage, some stuff that we haven't seen yet, and we got Lex here, clean shaven, kind of even more intimidating, honestly, saying to Superman that he's going to come after everything he's ever loved. So, with Michael Cutlet's version of Lex Luthor, he's just far more intimidating than any Lex Luthor that we've had for a while. And me having pretty much grown up with the Michael Rosenbaum version, I loved his version, but it was different. And this one, you got Michael Cutlet's, who's just very scary, honestly. You can tell that he's kind of a brute, and the way that he goes about things. It's not like he's, meticulously planning out things or strategically or what have you, putting things in place. He's just going after people and not showing any mercy and just being this brute force. So that's what I've really enjoyed about his take on Lex Luthor, and just it's very different than what we've seen for a while. And they're all just kind of talking about the same thing, where Lex came after you, and we have to be careful about how we do things now, because I think of his limitations and just everything that's going on with him coming back and with the world finding out he's still alive. Then moving on, this next frame is interesting too, because we see Lex here. He's suited up in this exoskeleton fighting suit, and it kind of goes back to when we first met John Henry Irons, because when we first met him, he came into this world from his alternate universe, and he was going, I don't know if he was going by Lex, I can't remember now, but the suit was programmed for Lex. So he took this from Lex of that world, whether or not, I can't remember if he killed him or what happened there, but this suit knew him as Lex because it was built for him. It was Lex's of that universe. So it's very easy for this Lex to step in and just take this suit over, because it's, he's the same person. So I'm interested to find out how he gets a hold of this. I mean, does John Henry Irons suffer some major blows or what have you from Lex? Does he near death, or what happens to him that Lex is able to get this suit, or does he simply just build his own? My guess is he's probably taken it from John Henry Irons. Then we have Lana Lang making another appearance. As we know, a lot of the cast was only going to be sporadically throughout the season because of budget cuts and whatnot, so it's nice to see that she does have another episode, because I know there's going to be another scene with her and her daughter Sarah being attacked in their home, so I wonder if that's this episode. Then we got another shot of Lex. This is him in the suits, and he says he wants to see Superman die with his own eyes. So just the utter ruthlessness of this version of Lex, and just the things he's willing to do to take out Superman. So it should be, a hell of a way to send out this show, just with their fight and everything. Then we got another shot of Lex here, still clean shaven. I imagine this is probably going to be his look for the rest of the season. But just confronting Lois and just being intimidating as always. Then we got a shot of Superman up here in space, just focusing on the Earth and probably just going over things in his mind. But, all in all, we got some good new shots from these trailers and everything, just building up the excitement for what's left of this show. But I'm very excited to see how this all plays out. Will Clark actually step down and let his boys take over for him? And just what's the plan there as far as that? And also, with that too, we do have supposedly some surprise cameos coming, or at least one. Tom Cavanaugh, who, as we know, played the role of Reverse Flash within the Arrowverse. I don't think he's supposed to play the same part. I think there's a lot of rumors out there right now, but the one I've been hearing the most is that he's going to be a version of Brainiac, which will be interesting to see him do what he does, because he's a very talented actor and he can do a lot of stuff. And I had the pleasure of meeting him once, and he's just the nicest guy in the world too. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, you enjoy my breakdowns, my thoughts about the show, please be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, consider subscribing. I really appreciate it, helping me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers and get this channel up there. So anyways, guys, take care. Bye.